Hello! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought we could talk about 10 fashion rules that you should ignore to dress better. And I know, in a recent video, I talked about 10 fashion rules you should follow to dress better. And I am normally a rule follower. I am boring, but with fashion, I do like to break the rules sometimes. And so in this video, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you lots of examples, lots of style inspirations, and I really hope you enjoy it. If you do, you should give the video a thumbs up because the YouTube algorithm really likes that. And if you want to subscribe, I mean, hey, you can do that too. So let's get started. The number one rule that you should ignore and you can actually dress better is the idea that classic staples, the classic essentials, wardrobe must-haves that everybody always talks about, they have to be costly. They have to be this big investment. And I just don't think that's true. And so I'm really excited that today's video sponsor, as they say, is Lily Silk. I've worked with them many times in the past because I really, really love so many of their items. Most specifically, their silk blouses, which is what I'm wearing. But I also really like their cashmere sweaters. I have many of them. I also have this. Their silk bedding. This is the pillowcase. Oh my gosh, is it just not... It just looks so good and it feels so good. So let me just tell you a little bit about silk and cashmere. So silk is kind of known as the queen of fibers. It is so silky and soft, as I'm sure many of you know, but Lily Silk is very known for having the highest quality grade 6A mulberry silk, but at a really, really good price. So basically there's many, many grades of silk out there and their fibers are very, very long and uniform, which makes their silk really, really high quality. And there's so many amazing benefits to silk. It's antibacterial, it is antimicrobial, so it's really, really good for people that are allergic, which is why a lot of people actually like it for their bedding and their pillowcases because it's moisture wicking, it's really cool to the touch, it's really good for your skin as well, so some people really like it to prevent wrinkles. There's just so many benefits, but this is a fashion channel, so I wanted to talk about the shirts. And so I'm gonna be trying on some of these beautiful silk blouses for you. This one is probably one of the very first ones that I ever got. It's still going strong. It's in so many of my videos. I love the pink color. It comes in a lot of colors. Almost all of their tops come in many, many colors, so you don't have to go completely neutral. But this pearl detail to me really gives it an expensive look, just kind of like this navy blouse that I'm wearing. I love how it's kind of like a classic button-down blouse, but there's pearl button details, so it kind of makes it look a lot more expensive than it really is. And then if you do want to go more classic, you could get like just a white button down. I really love this blouse. It's a white blouse that kind of ties. I have it in navy and white. But let's also talk about cashmere. So cashmere is so soft. It's actually 2 to 3 times warmer than wool. So obviously it keeps you really, really warm, but wool is known to be scratchy against the skin, whereas this is so soft. So cashmere is known as the jewel of fibers. So it's a very luxurious fabric and it feels so great against the skin, but again, it keeps you warm. So the prices for Lily Silk cashmere sweaters to me are the best out there. They also have really nice nightgowns and pajamas. My mom is obsessed with their pajamas. She's also obsessed with their bedding as well. I got her hooked on those. But anyway, I do have a code. It is Shay12 and I don't make money from the code or anything, but if you do use that code, you will save 12% on their entire website. So again, get it out of your head that you have to spend tons and tons of money to have the classic staples in your wardrobe. Number 2, the next fashion rule that you should ignore to look better. And this is kind of different. I feel like I try to think of different things than what everybody always says. So you should ignore the fact that clear heels have a bad reputation. Do you know what I mean? They're known to be stripper shoes? No, they are not known to be that. That is just ridiculous. And guys, clear heels make your legs look so darn good, and you can get them in so many different varieties. These have been my go-to, my favorites for at least a year or more now. They're still available. I went with black, but I really like the nude color as well. And also, clear heels have a reputation of just being really uncomfortable, and I've had several pair now. They are not uncomfortable. They're actually quite flexible, they don't give me blisters, and they make your legs look a mile long. The next fashion rule you should ignore is the idea that faux leather looks tacky. Now, I feel like I'm an expert with tackiness. I did a whole video on things that make you look tacky. And guess what? Faux leather was not included because it doesn't make you look tacky. In fact, faux leather has come a long way. Half the time, people can't even tell what's real leather and what's faux leather. So I don't even want to get into the debate of, we could go deep on what's right and what's wrong. I don't even know. But what I do know is faux leather is so nice. Also, coming back to my number one point, it doesn't have to be extremely costly because faux leather isn't costly, and yet nobody will know the difference. The next rule that you should totally ignore is the idea that you are a size. I don't know why people always ask, what size are you? I don't freaking have a clue what size I am. Sometimes I'm an extra small, sometimes I'm a small, sometimes I'm a medium, sometimes I'm a 7 size shoe, other times 7.5, sometimes an 8, a 37, a 38, a 39. I don't even know what size I am. I understand it's in existence to kind of like get an idea of what you are, but some people get so hung up on the number, they get upset if it's too high of a number or it's like a big happy surprise, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is a low number. And it's just, every single brand is so incredibly different that sometimes I literally will order 2 of the same thing, fully aware that I have to return one of them, but that way I get the best piece of clothing or the best shoe for me. The next rule, definitely ignore this, okay? It's the idea that you cannot mix metals. I am so adamant about mixing metals, and it all started with my rings because, and I feel like a lot of times it starts with people's rings because usually, not everybody, some people get married, they get an engagement ring, and at the time, whatever's in style during that time, they'll go with white gold or yellow gold. At the time I was engaged, it was all the rage to get white gold. And I feel like that kind of sets a precedence in people's minds, which I think, again, you should ignore, that for the rest of your life, everything has to be silver. Or for the rest of your life, everything has to be yellow gold. And that's just so unfortunate. So I have white gold rings, but I have Cartier white gold jewelry. I then have mixed in here yellow gold. I've got yellow gold earrings as you see. I collaborated with Miranda Fry, like my favorite jewelry brand, and we did the Shea necklace. But guess what? I liked it the best in yellow gold. And so I just love mixing it all together. I feel like it creates a nice balance and it doesn't hold you back for the rest of your life. So I encourage you, if you haven't already, try mixing your metals. Now, going along a similar line, there's also a rule out there that insists that you match your belt to your handbag. And again, crossing this out, I do not think that you should have to mix your belt with your handbag. In fact, I honestly feel like it's a little too matchy-matchy. I'm not saying you should wear a black belt and specifically look for a brown bag and like really try to mess it up. I'm just saying it's not something that you should pay attention to heavily. And I feel like when things are a little not matched, it actually looks a little bit better. Another rule to totally ignore is this weird thing that high-waisted jeans are unflattering. I can't tell you how many comments I get. It's weird. I get both sides. I get some people talking about how much they love mom jeans and high-waisted jeans, and then I get other comments saying, ugh, it looks so bad. And it's like, have you really looked at the difference? I mean, really, have you looked at the difference? Because I don't know what planet people are on. High-waisted jeans make your butt, your hips, your whole area look darn good. Alrighty, so now we're gonna get into some rules that you have definitely heard before. They have been beat into your head, and we're gonna beat them out. And that would be no whites after Labor Day. And no white shoes either. And no. Wear the darn white anytime you want. Wear the white denim, wear the white shoes. It looks so good. White is such a good color. I realize whites come with stains sometimes, but there's also bleach. But white is just such a nice color. It's so classic. It's so sophisticated. It makes your whole look elevated, more expensive, as they say. It's just such a good color, and it's really sad that there's this like tiny little time frame when people think that they can wear it. Just wear it all the time. Navy and black don't go together. We're nixing that too, because that is false. It's false information. it does look good together. I'm going to insert some footage from a few videos back because it just looked so good. I loved these two outfits. The one is this beautiful pantsuit. It's like this really rich blue color, and I paired it with black. It looks so nice together. Then I have this navy blazer, and I actually think it always looks best with black. And what's interesting is the detail around the blazer, like the buttons, they actually have black buttons. So whoever designed that blazer also agrees that the black and the navy looks good. So get that rule out of your head. Okay, so we're on to my favorite rule to break. Can you guess what it is? I do it all the time. Okay, I won't leave you in suspense, but even my favorite handbag is doing it. Can you see? It's mixing blacks and browns. I know, I really like it. It looks good. Just get the rule, just put it away. It's over. Mixing blacks and browns, it's actually, in fact, I encourage you to do it. If you're still on the fence, I know there's some people that are still very on the fence, the easiest way to get over the little hump is to actually do camel, like the camel color, kind of like this color and black. That is a great little entry, a little like putting your foot in the puddle. Does that make sense? Getting your feet wet. Wow, that's really what I was trying to say. Gets your feet wet. It's a really nice color palette to do, and I feel like it'll like easier way in to this rule breaking. So those are 10 rules that you should ignore, and you will actually look better. I really hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you very soon in one of these videos. Bye.